Hi guys, welcome back to Emoji Fun. Today I'm going to do all the books I got for Christmas. I'm not bragging, and this does include like revision books and non-fiction books. So overall I got 9 fiction, non-fiction and 2 revision books. So I'm going to start with my revision books. If you hear a bang, I'm a bit sus about my desk if I'm honest with you. Because it does look like it's in the wrong place when I don't think it is. So we've got an Inspectacles, the revision guide. So I'm doing this at the end of year 10. I thought I was doing it like after Christmas, but I'm not. So yeah, I'm not going to go through this. It's just a revision book to help me when it comes to me studying for that and then revising for that itself. Then I have what I'm studying next, which is the Power and Conflict Poetry Guide and the Anthology. This comes with a free online edition. So if I'm honest, I might put that on because sometimes I do just like to have it online in a way. Like you have things like table of themes and things right at the back. So it's like got Power of Humans event, all the poems that include that. So for example, you might want to look at past papers, see what they've said, like compare how, for example, Ozymandias and another Power and Conflict poem links to Power of Humans. So if you spoke about one such as bayonet charge and Ozymandias, you won't do well on that because that doesn't include Power of Humans according to this. But yeah, so they're the 2 revision books I got. So now we're going to go into like the other books. So first we're going to like the non-fictions. So I got The Hidden Magic in Walt Disney World. I also got a Disney 100 celebration like annual. It's just got quite a few facts and hidden treasures, as it says. I'm not going to read the back of this one because like it's a non-fiction. Then I also have this Acting Through Song book. So I want to be an actor when I'm older. I also want to be, I'm currently part of a young company and professional show. And I keep doing auditions to be part of young companies. And yeah, this is going to help me. Because like I do think I'm quite good at acting through song, but I want to do it to a professional level. Because it says techniques and exercises for musical theatre actors, which is what I'm going to need. So, these are going to go down. I may also do a tiny little book haul after this for things I've not done yet, but I'm not sure. So, next we're going to go on to Ben Miller. So, I've got Once Upon a Legend by Ben Miller. This is his newest book. I think it came out in September. So, about 6 months ago. I lied, 3 months ago. So it says, from somewhere deep below came a low rumbling groan. The ground beneath Marcus's feet began to judder and shake and shift. That's just like that there. It's basically there's a giant adventure in Azul. This is, I do think he did say that this is part of a series. So I'm going to read like the one that's in here. Marcus has just started at Merlin's, a very unusual school. He doesn't like it and is doing everything he can to get into big trouble and be sent home. When a midnight prank accidentally wakes a sleeping giant called Crom, things take turn for the magical. But there are other giants on the move, bigger and angrier. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. Then Crom, realising that Merlin's and the whole country are in danger, so race against time for the 2 new friends to find the magic of their own bravery. So under the dust jacket, you have just plain purple and foiling on the spine, and the end papers are there. Now that was stupid because now I've got to try and put it back in. I am actually starting this book tonight because the book I'm currently reading, well I was reading, I like, the book, but it's slowing my reading down a bit. And because we're quite close to the end of the year, I want to see if I could get a book done, and I don't think I would finish that book. I know it's a risk starting a new book, but I know I can probably finish a Ben Miller book because his books go fast for me. Sorry about that. I didn't know where I put the other books, so I can put them somewhere on my shelf. Next we've got The Night We Got Stuck in a Story. So, if I'm honest, I think this is part of the fairy tale collection. Hopefully, most likely, because like he does have a whole series. It probably isn't like itself, but it works. So it says, enter a world of wonder with Ben Miller. Lana and Harrison are staying with their grandparents when one night an enchanted golden thread leads them up through the hollow of their favourite tree into a magical land. When Harrison is kidnapped by the Spider Queen, Lana must do whatever it takes to find him and restore the balance of the storybook world before the night is out. Climb into the adventure of your dreams and see what stories are really made of. So I think before I read this one, I am going to read The Day I Fell into a Fairy Tale. Because then that's literally all his books he's published minus the 2 Christmas ones. So I've got another one of his Christmas ones. Yeah, I haven't read any Christmas books this year, but I'll take it. Sorry, I've got my new laptop and it keeps like nearly turning off, and I don't want it to because after watching this, I'm watching a video by Destiny Sidwell, great YouTuber. Next, we've got David Walliams' The Blunders. This has been a book I've wanted since it came out. This has been a book that I was thinking about pre-ordering, but I didn't because it was close to Christmas when it came out. It came out in October, and I know that I had a lot of books to read. So yeah, my dad got me this. I didn't know he was getting me this because I said to him quite a bit ago now, like after this came out, I said, birthday idea this, and then I sent him a photo and everything. And then we literally went into WH Smith, where he got it from, and he bought it. Well, no, I didn't watch him buy it because he went in, then he bought it the next day. That's what he said. So it's called Meet the Blunders. The Blunders are the most blundersome family in the blundering history of blunderdom. They live in Blunder Hall, a country house on the brink of collapse. When the Blunders are about to lose their home, they must come together to save it. The Blunders are the silliest, clumsiest, funniest family in the world. I think I might start the next year with this book because I know that's going to put me straight on a high with my reading. Then meet the Blunders, Bertie, Betsy and their children, Brutus and Buddy, their beloved grandma, Old Lady Blunder, and the pet ostrich, Cedric. An ostrich is not a sensible pet, but then the Blunders are not sensible people. This family of Blunders live in a crumbling country house named Blunder Hall. When the home comes under threat, they must embark on a series of comic misadventures to save it. So that's the one from the inside. I've read the one from the back. I'm just seeing if he's done something to do with the chapters, but he hasn't. So that's the dust jacket. I have quite a lot of books, so I don't know why I'm going kind of slow. Who cares? And then this is like under the dust jacket. I do love it because it's blue. Then the end pages are just plain red, which would make sense. I think this is illustrated by Adam Stower. Yeah, this is illustrated by Adam Stower, and sorry to Tony Ross, but Adam Stower definitely is my favourite illustrator that David Walliams has had because his ones just have so much action, I feel. Here we go. So, next we're going to go on to Nothing Ever Happens Here by Sarah Hager Holt. So, you may recognise the author. So, I did the books I got for my birthday, I think. And I got a pass box, and Proud of Me by this author was in it. And this was the book that was kind of like being promoted at the back. And I thought, obviously, why not try it? Because, like, first you're not going to know if you've not tried it. So I've obviously chosen to try this book. So I do think my mum bought like 3 books from Wob, so I could get more books. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I don't know when I'll read it though. It says, I wonder what people would think if they could take the front of our house, like a doll's house, and watch us, all in the same house, but everyone separate. No one talking, but everyone thinking the same thing. Will we ever be a normal family again? Izzy's family is under the spotlight when her dad comes out as a Danielle, a trans woman. Now shy Izzy must face her fears, find her voice, confront the bullies and stand up for her family. So all of Sarah Hager Holt's book that I've read, and I think all of them do relate to LGBTQ. And I love that. I'm not part of the community, but I support the community, so it's so good to read about it. So now we're going into the last 3 books. Some of you that might be a woohoo. For me, that's it's kind of upsetting actually. So I've done what I got for Christmas last video, I think. So A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I'm not going to talk about it. I already own it. But the reason I've got that is because I didn't cross it off my list. Lucky for me, my mum noticed. And she has made up for it. She's just put that in. And I'm fine having 2 copies because now I can fully annotate one. So next we've got As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. So I've read Good Girl Bad Blood. I've read Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Time for the chunky one. Oh my god. I'm trying to figure out how long this is. So this is 552 pages long. I think it's one of the longest books I've read, if not the longest book I've read. I know what the longest book I've read is, so I might quickly check. I'm in to check. I know what it is. It's just getting down to it. It's long. It's definitely not as long as. No, that's the longest book I've ever read, because the longest book I've read before that one would be 488. So when I read that, that's the longest book I've ever read. And I'm glad it's a Holly Jackson book. I have heard mixed reviews about this one. I've heard that there might be a cliffhanger, but she has said multiple times that isn't, so I don't know. And to end it, I have Tom Gates, one of Maps of Fun. Never read any of these ones, so I hope the series isn't like you don't have to read it in order, because I probably won't. But yeah, I'm not going to read the back of this one. I've not read the back of As Good as Dead, because it could spoil the others. Even though they're all kind of like separate stories in a way. But yeah, so they're the books I got for Christmas. I'm going to do a quick book haul, if I can. So these are books I've had for quite a while probably now. I don't know if I've shown them all, so. Sorry if you can hear that, my brother's playing a game. So you may have noticed I've not done Parrot Street Book Club unboxings because I was so excited when they've both arrived. So this one's Sing If You Can't Dance. I can't find my folder which I've put the activity sheets in, but I do think this one was Bacon. This is the book I was currently reading and I have stopped. It's not a DNF, it's just me wanting to have a good book to end on. And I'm not saying this isn't a good book. It was good for the 200 pages I read. But I was starting to get a bit annoyed at the main character, which we were warned in the bookmark would happen. And I kept trying to stop getting annoyed, but I ended up getting more annoyed. So yeah, I'm not going to read the back of that one. Sorry about the background noise. That is by Alexia Casale, but it is a good book, so I would recommend it. Oh, and this one, my like extra thing in it was a signed book plate. I didn't get any in this one, any extra things, I don't think. So let's get the book out first. So I got the stickers like normal in all of them and the activity. So this is The Stars Did Wonder Darkling. This is like a horror thriller, I think. And this was the one I chosen for this month. I'm not going to read the back because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, so that's all the books I got for Christmas and my little edition book haul. So bye!